G'day, my name's Wilfred West from Locksport, Victoria, Australia. Today's date's the 23rd of the 9th 2015 and it's just after 12 in the evening. Now I've been doing this run for actually quite some time. I'll go back into here and I'll quickly show you my ship I'm using at the present moment. So let's go back into there. Now I'll go through what I have in the ship. At the moment I'm going back to the Anaconda because I did find this one a better ship to trade in than the Type 9. I will explain that in a minute. But first of all, this run, what this ship has, what I always run on this one is basic defense. I'm not here to attack anybody, I'm here to defend myself, so I went for 4 pulse lasers. Now I know you could, other people using beam lasers, but beam lasers I find, or even the other one, the burst lasers, use up too much energy. So you don't, you want to put a bit more, say you want to put a bit more stuff to shields or to systems. You go pulse lasers, symbols that you can take down shields pretty easily, and then I go for 4 multi-cannons. I find that combination of a gimbal to find that combination against players or NPCs probably the best at the moment. Then I've got 6 shield boosters. There was 2 there and those hard points. Now this point and this point are the best point I found for the shaft lines and point defense. And then I've got the rest of them as shield boosters there, which I do like. I've kept light alloys because I'm training at the moment. I will go into military compounds on that. I kept the power plant of A8 because I want the best power I can get out of it. Thrusters I've kept D7 because it actually increases the flame shift drive. Frame shift drive I kept A6. I kept the life support D5 because that increases the leading jump range as well. Power plant I'm going for the A8. Now I could go that lower, but I'd rather have the max power I can get out of this. Sensors I've always kept a D on the D set D8 because that's the best sensor you can get that gives you the best leading jump drive. Then you've got fuel tank, which is 32, you can't change that. Then I've basically got the biggest cargo racks I can fit onto here, except for the shield generator here, which is 8.4. It's the lowest you can get on, but I know I could replace that, but I honestly don't want to replace that. You still can't get a paint job for this thing, and I've cut my Tycoon little symbols there for that. Now at the present moment I am currently sitting on 53% on my Tycoon status. My combat rank is dangerous 26%, and basically surveyor 71%. I haven't changed any of that really. The rank in Federation is Post Commander, which is the best you can get. Empire is Viscount. I call it Viscunt because being honest with you, it's a cunt to get. I currently have over 300 million in cash. I have 700 odd million if I sell the ship. So that's basically that ship set up like that. I always keep these on 1. This is the reason why I have the best power supply and that. I try to find the best weapons too. So everything can be on 1, doesn't have to change it, and I'm drawing only 74% out of 100% power ratio. So this one here I've kept the pulse lasers all on 2, they're my main primary weapon. Then I have multi-cannon on 1. I don't put anything on the shaft launcher because I have that either on my thing here. At the moment I've got cargo, and that's all that done. And at the moment I have on my controller, and also I can just basically say what I want to say. Now this is the route that we're taking. I'll do a quick video of this one. It's upside down. Okay, let's change that first of all. That's just there. I had to put it onto there. Now that's better. Actually, it takes you 2 jumps to get to here. Now I did this in the Type 9. Now that will take you 3 jumps to do the same thing, right? But going from here to here and then back again, right, in the Type 9 will net you 2 million credits. going from here to from there to here to back again in the Lakon, sorry, not the Lakon, but in the Anaconda, will net you 1,800,000 credits. Now, to get 6 million credits, it takes 3 jumps in the Type 9 to do that. To get 6 million credits takes roughly an hour to do, and that will incur in the Type 9 18 jumps. Sorry, we're trying to get out of here, so I'm at full. Launch. That incurs 18 jumps. I'm going to try to sort of see around this camera at the moment. I've got the GoPro camera right in front of me, as you can see. And now the Anaconda does it in 2 jumps. So, but to get say 7 million, to get 5,500,000, you'll get. This is the best possible prices you get when you're doing the game. You need to do that in 12 jumps in the Anaconda. To do 16 jumps, which is an extra, basically a little bit extra 4 jumps. Basically, you'll net yourself total profit of 7,400,000. Now, the reason why I'm saying these high figures is because you've got to look at your percentage, right? And percentage is, like at the moment I'm 53% of Tycoon. To get 1%, I need approximately 5 million to 6 million credits to get 1% when you hit Tycoon. Okay, now I found this the best trade route compared to anywhere else. And yeah, I could like when I had my Type 9, I was doing it. I had it so I could basically defend myself quite comfortably, and I got attacked by an NPC Python. That was an interesting experience. I still do like the look of this cockpit, but okay, where is it? Up there. But I like the openness of the Type 9, where you get to see the stars more and stuff like that. But we'll have to see what the next one looks like in the future. But the thing I do find I have a problem with is is that I had to put this aside, but basically it's like I said, the Anaconda is better than the Type 9s. The trading is faster. I can defend myself better against bigger ships and stuff like that, or multiple ships. Yeah, I think it's a little bit better, but what I do find I have a problem with is, first of all, we got your 10%. Now, there are certain places you can go to here and you can get your 10% bonus of selling ships or buying ships or whatever. And I think that was designed really for elite when you got to that level. The same as like the Imperial Clipper, right? I didn't mind that ship. I didn't mind the struggle to get to Baron to actually get to earn that ship. Now they made it so you have to be a squire, you can get it. I mean, that's just not right. A squire? I mean, come on. What's the point of trying to become elite and on all the fields if you're not going to get something decent out of it? You know what I mean? So I think Frontier need to up the level, because they made it so hard to become like to get the rankings in the Empire. Like Federation, I loved. I breezed through that one. But when as soon as I got to the Empire ranking, it took forever. I stopped doing it after a while. I said I'll find a good trade route, and I said I'll just go ahead and trade and build up my basic stats and so forth, because all I was running in was then the Python, which I think is probably the best. I think we've got Civil War happening. We've got Civil War here. Oh, yep, Empire. Oh, God, Empire against. No, I'm not going to bother. but I find that kind of really distasteful in my mouth now. It's like when I got to Baron, okay, that was a worthwhile goal. I managed to get to the get me Imperial Clipper, which I didn't mind. It was a fun ship to play around with. Now, but then knocking it backwards so other people don't have to struggle as hard to get that thing makes it annoying. Alright, I wouldn't mind them making it a bit easier to get the King, would be easier, and this trading does take forever. I still technically got 47 hours of real world time gameplay to actually get to Elite, which annoys me. Okay, now, I don't think I'm going to get satisfied when I do get to Elite, because the satisfaction tape is worn off by the time it takes to actually get to Elite. I need approximately 10,000 more, oh sorry, 8,000 more kills to get to Elite through battle, which that's not too bad. I know that's fair enough. I could probably knock that off in a couple of weeks when I get my mind down to it and I just sit down and play. Like, I only play for a couple of hours a day during the day and a couple of hours at night time. The only game I do play now. But the thing is, I do find it frustrating how long it takes just to get that 1%. And I do find it frustrating, like now they're going to bring out 1.5, these bigger ships. I don't know about you, it's a little late, really. Alright. To bring out like all these bigger ships and that you can take more cargo in now. Since they should have had that out earlier. Alright. Because it just frustrates me trying to get that timing. Now, I did find when I do this trade run though, that in the Type 9, the only benefit it had was the prices pretty much stayed stable. No one else was doing it, the prices stayed stable. Now, if you've got a very tiny, I'm saying 1 or 2 jump range, that you don't mind doing a little bit slow when you're leaving in or taking or landing into the space station, and you can do a good trade run like that, then yeah, Type 9 would be the best for it, because you've got the 500 ton cargo. Even if you found in the same system you found a really good trade run, Type 9 is probably the best to do. But when you're coming into here, when you're doing a 3 or 4 trade run, you want the Anaconda, because I can do that same before I do the same trade run in one less jump. It's faster to get in and out of the space space stations, and I can defend myself better. It's just a faster ship. Even though I do get less cargo, right, so to speak, I can do that. I said before, I do that whole 16. I can earn that 7 million, right, in the same amount of time I earn that 6 million. Right, it's not much of a difference. Well, fair enough, the fuel cost is a lot less too. It's not much of a difference really. It's only 1 million credits, but that million helps when you're trying to turn my head on an angle so I can see where I'm at. That million helps you get further in ranking and so forth. Right. I wouldn't mind the asteroid. That's what I'll do. So at the moment we've got 19,000 slaves at the moment, which is low. But what I found out is for the stable prices are better when you're using the Type 9. And this is how I always do this run when I leave, because you do have enough time to basically lock in your destination and take off before you take off. So the only good thing about the Type 9, besides it has the extra cargo, it's the stable. The run pretty much stays stable. When I'm using this one by myself, I notice the prices will fluctuate, start to go down pretty fast, but not overly great. Right? He's still making that 7 million per hour, right? But the prices do go down on the things. Which way am I going to go? I always keep shields on maximum until I get out of the space station. Okay, it does look. Yeah, you can't really see. Type 9 gives a much better view of everything. I'll do this run or finish. As I said before, obviously they make it a bit better. Like they offer something who gets to a leap, something better than what they have been offering. Kind of annoying, I find.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
And that's for it's a satisfaction you want to get to achieve a goal. Like when I got to me Anaconda, I was like rapt. Right. People might say, oh no, I'm dealing with slaves and stuff like that, I'm keeping it simple, the trade run. Where is this dot? And they might go, oh, you shouldn't deal with slaves and all that. I'm not breaking any laws. I'm obeying the Empire law. They're allowed to sell them here and they're allowed to buy another place. So there's no breaking laws there. You make a fair bit of money, but that's beside the point.
4, 3.
It's the whole idea of the game as a trader. Not to travel 100,000 light years to make $1 million, is to make money as fast as possible. Build a nice trade route. Well, I have a trade route of three space stations where I watched one bloke. I watched it for a little bit, and honestly, I think the trade route he got was he had 3 jumps, right, and he makes roughly he reckons he makes 7 million an hour. I don't believe he would make it in those 3 jumps. He wasn't the only most expensive thing he had was gold really on him, and he had less cargo than I did on this one. And his Anaconda was weirdly set up. I mean, why would you? If I'm trading, I would not want to have mining laser on my Anaconda. I want everything purely designed for trading and trading only. Like this is a best trading vehicle you'll find. Now you could rip out the weapons to get a bit further jump range if you need to. If you find a better trade route than I've got at the moment here. I'm playing in a private server so I don't get harassed by players. I found if you're playing in more of a private server or even single player, I don't like single player though, I don't mind dealing with other players in that, but when I was using Anaconda, not Anaconda, sorry, Python, I was using that one and was landing on a small space station, I didn't have to wait for anybody. That I think is probably the best ship really in the game so far, because these two are probably the best ships in the game. Right, this one for trading and possibly going to war. I haven't tested that theory out yet, which I will. When I complete being elite in this status, I'm going to find a place where I can get all the ships and get them all done up to the max abilities and so forth like that, and find a place where I can go into a war zone. I don't want to get an asteroid belts because, to be honest with you, I don't like hitting asteroids. Especially with a big ship like this. You want to go into war zones, not asteroid belts. It's just, I end up crashing into an asteroid once. It looked gracefully. Some of my curving, I was a bit tired and I curved a little bit too gentle. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah. this does wear down you, make you wear down you know, sometimes you just get tired and you play this and you start falling asleep, but sometimes you get people attacking you, the foolish ones, which is kind of good. I don't bother going anywhere else because I want to trade. So I want the maximum amount of profit I can get in any given ship, but still have protection like shields and decent firepower. And another good thing is, like, you don't get harassed by players when you're in a private server. Like, honestly, I probably would have upgraded the shields to make it a bit better, maybe it was something else in there, but then you're going to get the maximum you can get out of the ship for what your purpose is. So eventually I'm going to find a place where I can go to, get all the goodies I can, set them all up, lights on, boost. Now I can set forward, just then I can use the voice. I use voice attack. Mostly use that pretty much a lot by myself, except when I'm trying to do videos. But when you want to talk, it's hard to use the voice attack because it delays. Because I'm speaking now, that voice attack is picking up everything I say. It kind of delays it, which is kind of annoying. Now, sometimes I found that you might want to sometimes shove this into reverse when you're coming into here, because it'll put your ship off. Like it might be continuing on going down a certain angle because of gravity, because of the motion you're travelling. I don't think gravity. Space doesn't have gravity. Just trying to see over the GoPro's camera. Maybe 10. Where are we going? Day 40 over there. Too busy chatting away to worry about it. It doesn't give that satisfaction. You know what I mean? Looking up like that. This is probably the best ship for trading, and probably going to battle as well. I'd say Type 9 would probably be the best type to go for a small trading run, a very tiny trading run, and probably maybe even as a minor.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
I will sell this off and see how far we've travelled, how much we've got. I always go straight to there because you can quickly, by the time you sell everything and you buy everything else, it's 1,290,000 I made there, so that's dropped. You can make up to, you can do 1,400,000, I think the most you'll get using the Anaconda. Okay, so let's do this. Still 53, but that won't take long to build up to that percentage. Check the bulletin board. If there's anybody who wants to help repair the station, who's that? Now, there's one thing I didn't do before was do these. Now, I'm going to try to keep building up my empire, rank, status, and eventually try to get the king. But till then, I'm going to just do small stuff. I want to get up to elite status, at least in 2 things, and then I'll worry about building my empire status, my status up. So basically, I won't leave just yet. But quickly mark again where I want to go to. As I said before, you can do this one in 2 jumps if you can find something quicker. Now, when you're doing it in the, what's another thing is this one here, you jump down to here, then you got to jump to there. There's nothing there, I just think. You jump there, then you jump there with type 9. So, yeah, and if worst comes to worst, I'll go to that other place over there if I run out of Imperial sleeves here to trade. Anyway, my name is Wilfred West from Locksport, Victoria, Australia, signing off. Thank you for watching my videos, and all comments are welcome. You all have a great day now.